Hey athletes, let's talk about standing box jumps and how we can add weight to our box jumps and get a great response. So, with our box jumps, we always go into our athletic stance, and then I always recommend when you're landing on the box, first of all, you want to be as quiet as you can. But secondly, I want your body to be in very similar angles as your athletic stance. So if you start one way, I want you to catch yourself one way. Now, catch is kind of an awkward passive term. When you land on your box, we need to make sure that at any moment, I could have you stand up right out of that position, that you don't have to drop down. And I'll show you what I mean in a bit. So, I want you to start in your nice athletic stance. I'll take my big breath with my arms about eye level. I'll load my hips, okay? And then I'll quickly redirect myself. So again, I load my hips, and by driving straight down into the ground, I'll redirect myself to a full extension. Let's find that. To a full extension. And again, I want to land in my athletic stance, which might mean you have to land as tall as possible. Right there, right? Very similar to my athletic stance. I used my legs to receive myself, and I could stand right back up. From here, athletic, and boom, catching myself with my legs. So here's what it looks like when you just passively land on the box. So I start, same start, and boom. You can see that my feet touch the box in a really awkward position. Okay, I'm not leaning forward. I allow myself to just sink into the bottom before I stand up. Now, Josh, we saw your seated box jump video and you land this low. What are you getting at? Well, in that video, that is as tall as I possibly could land and stand right up out of it. If you watch the video at full speed, as soon as my feet touch the box, I'm standing up. Where you see here in full speed, my feet touch the box and I sink and kind of crash into the bottom. Again, not very controlled. It's very passive. You're just kind of letting your body fall and melt onto the box. That's not going to help us become better jumpers. Again, we want to make sure we land and we can stand right up. Now, let's add some weight to this. Very similar starting positions. Now you have a bunch of weight in your hand, okay? We aren't trying to throw our arms, but what we are trying to do is we're trying to activate our quadriceps in a very similar jumping pattern. So you'll see that I'll load in the same athletic stance or very similar. I'll drive my legs into the ground and I'll land on this box in as good of an athletic stance as I can. Boom. Okay, nice and athletic. I can stand up from there. Here's a better one. Boom. Nice solid catch. Again, very similar to my athletic stance. That way my legs are controlling this weight, okay? If I were to drop into a squat, first of all, these weights would hit the box, and that'd be terrible. Probably kick out the box, and I'd slam the back of my head on the ground, which is, would be funny, but it's not what I'm looking to do. But I need to make sure, again, that as soon as my feet touch the ground, my body, my muscles catch me, not my joints. So one more time. I load and I drive. Boom. My muscles catch me. I can step down. Let's see it one more time in full speed. Oops. And I can stand up. So again, actively land on your boxes. That way we can get better at jumping. I'll see you next time.